Have you been wondering about middle-aged women doing YouTube and concerned that maybe if you tried it you wouldn't be quite successful on it and you wouldn't have a place on YouTube? Maybe I can put your mind to rest with some things and give you some inspiration as to what drove me to start a YouTube channel, and maybe help you make the decision to do it for yourself too. Hey everybody, I'm Angel Mia, and let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 45 years old. I am a new YouTube creator. Although I started this channel a few years ago, I am only just now starting this year to really make it something. And I'll go into those reasons a little later in the video, but let's talk about why you should be doing YouTube at the age that you are. We have so many fears in us as women in general about where we fit in the world. YouTube has always been one of those concerns for me because I can see that a majority of YouTube is dominated by men, and those statistics are very real. Apparently there are only 4% of women doing YouTube in total, and that's actually crazy statistics. In today's world we have so much as a middle-aged woman especially to offer to the YouTube world. We have a lot of wisdom, stories to share, we have some valuable information for other women like ourselves and also younger generations that we want to inspire along the way. And if you've got kids, I'm sure you feel that way, right? That you want to offer them all the guidance and love and wisdom that you can impart on them, because you want them to grow up to have some sort of place in this world and be very confident in themselves with what they want to do in life and what direction they should take, and just being able to guide themselves is more important than anything else. I think that is why YouTube can be very valuable for women like you and I. Now I'll tell you a little story, or backstory as to why I got into this. Now I don't see myself like every other 45-year-old woman out there. I come from a very different background than most people, but in my history I had a lot of mental health issues going on, which kind of took me away from the world for a while. I didn't want children. Now I know many of you watching this may have children, and there's always those burning questions when wanting to do something as scary as this of how do I do it? How am I going to manage my time? Because let's face it, we have so many things to juggle, especially if you have children. Of course you got to worry about them, feeding them and making sure they're all okay and looked after. And then if you've got a partner too, that you want to spend time with them, and then if you've got a job as well, it's a lot to juggle. But if it's something that you really want to do and you feel like you want to give something of yourself to this world, don't you think that you're worthy enough to do it? Now, we tend to have so many things that we juggle in our minds on a day-to-day basis. We're constantly worrying about fears of the future, retirement, how our kids are going to grow up, what we're going to do for the rest of our lives, what happens if somebody dies, and so on and so on and so on. All these things play a key factor. But also when women reach a certain age, we go through things like menopause too, and sometimes there's not enough information shared out there with people. And I think with people our age, we have the opportunity to share many wonderful nuggets of wisdom that could help so many other women out there. And with knowing that 4%, that idea alone should bring excitement, because that means there's a space on YouTube for us to push forwards and grow and expand. There is a place for us. Whereas we look at YouTube, feel overwhelmed and see all these creators, and the majority of them are way younger than ourselves, and that makes us think that we're not suitable for even doing this or capable. But believe me, there is space for us, and I am seeing it all over the algorithms and everything that I'm looking at on YouTube. More and more creators our age are popping up on YouTube. So, this makes me feel very good about myself, because I went into this with great insecurity too, worrying about whether I could do this, whether there was a place for me, whether people would like me and want to watch my content. But I powered on. I had a place to start, and my place was letting you know how well I was going to do on YouTube. And today I came to a place where I looked at my analytics, and I saw that 91% of women were watching me. Now, when you start a YouTube channel and you start making content, you're going to have these analytics in YouTube Studio. They're going to show you how many views to your channel you get, how many views per video, what age group these videos are aimed at, and what country and things like that, how many subscribers and so on. Now you can take these statistics and see who is watching, and that is very valuable. I felt very empowered when I noticed that 91% of women were watching these videos, and it sparked something in me to reach out to others like myself. I'm somebody who loves to inspire, so it feels great for me to inspire fellow women to want to get on this platform and utilize it to share everything that we can offer, everything that we have and we can give to the world. And we have a right to do so, and you shouldn't be afraid to do it. Now that I've kind of put my feet in the water and I'm starting to get some idea of where I'm going, it feels great and has that little bit of confidence. I'm still juggling time, working the best time to fit all this in and do this so that I can manage my life as well as YouTube, but I'm progressing along the way, and I have so much information that I'm learning every day that I love to share with you to help you grow as a woman around the same age as me, maybe older, maybe not, but I want to be able to empower you to go to where you want to go. You would be surprised to know that there's even 70-year-olds doing YouTube. Yes, like you. I was shocked too about this, but that gave me some real warmth inside, knowing that 70-year-olds were being brave enough to jump on here and do this. So don't be afraid to do this. I think it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you. Now, if you're looking for a starting point as how to do this on YouTube, please feel free to look back in my other videos where I've been giving daily kind of reports of how far I'm going and what I'm learning to help elevate my YouTube channel. So I want you to feel comforted knowing that someone is a new creator and this age is doing this from scratch and wants to share with you all the realistic aspects of all of this. I've had a couple of videos there that show the kind of emotional side of things too, and that's going to happen for us. Now, we're emotional beings, generally speaking, right, as women. I've cried several times today already but I think I'm in that premenopause stage, so it's a bit concerning, but I think this might be a valid thing for me to share on YouTube at some point too. It may turn off my male viewers, but the fact that I have 91% women watching, I think it's very valuable to share. Now, you're going to see in my previous content how I've experimented with videos, and there was one that I shared where I've got a baseball cap on because I do like to wear caps. I'm quite the 20-year-old living in a 45-year-old body, and sometimes the mind doesn't really accept this, you know, but I've always had that innocence in me, so I tend to have that kind of youthful, playful behaviour. And in that video, I was really kind of letting loose with that side of me because I've been trying to find who I am whilst doing YouTube. And that is something that we all struggle with when creating a new channel also. It's like, where do I go with this? What do I do? Where do I start? What do I talk about? How do I be? Well, my advice is just be yourself, and that is something that I'm learning to do. I mean, this is the relaxed me, but I'm also coming across as kind of like a teacher, simply because I'm trying to inspire you, and I'm also trying to share some things that are very important, and you'll see that in some of my other videos too. They kind of have that more professional tone to them. But what YouTube will tell you is that this plays a key part in getting somebody to stay on your videos as well, if you're giving them valuable information. So that's something to take into consideration when doing your own content on YouTube. But I advise you, be yourself, enjoy it, because the passion behind it, of course, is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be your driving force that pushes you to upload every video when inside you don't feel like it, because I've had many of those days, believe me. And I've been going over the analytics every single day, and that's something they advise don't do because you will drive yourself crazy. But I guess where I'm so determined to push forward and make it and be successful on YouTube, so that I have some sort of job of value, something that eventually I can become financially free in that sense, because they pay very well once you become successful. Of course, why wouldn't I want to put all my passion and energy into this? But there are going to be wobbly moments, so be prepared for that mental battle. But let's face it, we have that mental battle with everything we do anyway in life. It's always going to be there, that voice telling us we can't do something, so just do it. I advise you just start. It's very simple. In terms of creating a YouTube channel, if it's something that you're interested in from my perspective, drop me some comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, how old you are, if you don't mind sharing your age. And let me know that you would like to know how to do it from scratch, because I can put up a video for you. I can tell you how I started my channel, how I set it up, everything like that, if you think that's going to help you. There is plenty of content out there, of course, that tells you how to do it, so maybe you found something already, but if you haven't and you prefer to see it from this side of things, I'm happy to provide that for you. As a parting kind of note, as women, we've always struggled through history, and we're at a point in time where we have so much opportunity to be able to voice the feminine aspect, the feminine energy, the way we think, feel and experience life, and everything that we have to go through as a woman. And we are able to share that in ways we couldn't before. And I think many of us women feel very threatened and uneasy about it, and intimidated a lot of the time, because there's still a lot of issues out there, or people with voices to say that we complain too much, that we shouldn't do what we do, that we overshare. And I don't listen to that hype anymore. I am happy to be myself. I have a voice. It's valid. I am a human just like everybody else, as are you. So don't be afraid to come on here and share what you feel is important to you, what you are passionate about, because there is a place for you. So on that note, I want to end this video and say thank you so much for even checking this video out and giving me your time, when I know how time is precious and valuable to you. It means the world to me. And if you like this content, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to stay up to date with everything that I'm sharing, please hit the subscribe button, and you will see this journey as it unfolds, and hopefully I can continue inspiring you. But thank you so much. I appreciate your support, because with all of this, you are truly supporting a small creator to move forwards and share herself with the world and offer something of value back. So thank you once again. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day or night. Keep it bright. Lots of love. Mwah. Angel Mia.